Yeah, you moved your room around.
Yeah,
a little
change
bit, so
is as good as a
we've
rest.
got a different background.
Different background. We will be using this as a green screen. So comment down below
It's
what you
actually
want to be here.
For this week, we on top of the green screen, we've gone for a blue
blanket.
Blue blanket. Yeah. We went around our friend's Arnold's.
Yeah, Arnold.
Thornton Rice,
Rice.
known for being a nerd.
Yeah, very dweeby
We
lad.
had a KFC.
Yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Or Kentucky Fried Cruelty discussed.
How so? What I'm saying is, yeah, kick chicken's about.
Don't do that.
Just playing devil's advocate.
Well, you play DA too much sometimes, man.
Yeah, I'm starting to think, hey, maybe I am a D.
Maybe I am the A.
Mm.
Maybe she wants the D.
I put it in an A.
All right, new look.
Here we go. We're back.
Still
spouting that shit. Still talking about bitches.
And that's where we're going wrong. Would you rather have a boneless banquet?
Or a bonerless. No.
Or a bonerless blanket?
And I don't like
I've not had many KFCs in my whole life. Go on, so we can fuck.
You want daddy's dick?
I have no idea what that
Clip
means.
so you
Clip
know
of
what we're
Mason
talking about.
Greenwood, the footballer. That's a weird clip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it going to come up? As in...
Yeah, it'll be here.
With you actually, with it playing? Can you do that?
I can put it there. Well, do we
just cut to it? Yeah.
I can cut to it, or we can have it here, but we'll have to be silent.
Oh, let's go home so we can fuck. Let's go home so we can fuck. From Daddy's dick?
Yeah.
Daddy's dick.
Probably not there.
That's weird, though.
It's weird, that clip, isn't it?
Not good at all. Why did I start going on about Daddy's dick?
You were talking about popcorn chicken.
Oh, yeah, I see the relationship between those two. We should talk about the tension in this house at the moment.
Oh, we can do, yeah. We sort of.
You could cut. We talked about it a lot in the last episode, but that was before it kicked off a lot.
Before it kicked off, because we had a week off as well. I don't know if we should mention that.
Yeah, but this will be a week on from the last episode.
Yeah, so it won't seem like it. You wouldn't have missed it. The last episode was meant to, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
I lost track of what it means
off
as well.
Anyway.
Yeah, Palmer. I think we mentioned the last episode. Palmer does not want them to go back to Spain on a plane.
Not via plane.
The kids, the two 18-year-olds. Shouldn't name them, even though we've named them.
Daisy and Manuel.
They've gone and bought plane tickets behind his back.
Gone and bought plane tickets.
Literally standing behind his back.
Not even for Spain either. We're going to Ireland.
I was tutoring the other day. And all I could hear, I was trying to, teach fucking trigonometry or something, and I could just hear downstairs, You've got to understand, there isn't a vaccine.
No.
He's not that sort, by the way, is he? I got worried about
I don't think so. He's out, isn't he?
He's still out, isn't
he? Yeah, he's out. Rudy.
Yeah, and
I
came and found out what it was, and he told me, they've had a falling out. He doesn't agree with them going back, and he's not talked to anyone since. Apart from me. He went out for hours that night, that day, and he came home with a chippy by himself.
And he just walked into a different room eating his chippy.
And normally Granny Pat cooks for everyone. So
yeah. It's really like, there is a quietness to the house now. But
he's a very loud, not loud, but like...
Very, very loud as a... Normally
shouting,
it's him. You can hear him he's talking to them about... He's very passionate about...
And he's passionate, yeah.
Yes, he always speaks to the back of a room. But now the other day I went down the stairs to get some cereal. And he was sat on the stairs putting his shoes on, and he just looked at me and goes, "It's a Friday tomorrow. I need to put the bins out."
The days of the week as well.
So it's really odd. It's really odd in the house right now.
Him, though,
yeah,
because they have gone behind his back a little bit.
They have gone behind his back, yeah, and he has spent. I don't know how much the pedo van was.
He bought a pedo van to drive them to Spain. That's the whole thing. He spent like $1,500. I think there's one.
Is that how much it was? That's a lot of money to spend.
1,500, yeah.
And if he's got no interest in fucking kids, it's useless to him now.
Yeah. So now they're gonna fly, and he's not gonna be able to use his pedo van. And Granny Pat's gonna stay probably because she's not gonna fly because she's old, and all people die of this virus.
Yeah, so she'll be.
So everyone loses in this. Sort of, apart from them.
She'll be in the kitchen cooking meals for him, but he's not going to eat because he's going to be getting chippy every night.
Yeah, Daddy's chippy. No, what's it called? Dad's laying chippy. Daddy's chair. Let's go home so we can fuck. Let's go home so we can reheat this.
Want some of Daddy's Savoy?
Oh, really? That electrocuted me a bit because I got no protection.
Feature. You need to just buy a new laptop charger, man.
For a laptop charger.
That is ridiculous.
So many tapes and
the
wires.
amount of time I've taped that up as well. I don't know how it keeps happening.
And then it's so hard to. You have to plug it in like 3 or 4 times to get it to charge.
Just get a new laptop wire. You've got, right, I mean, I don't know if we should discuss this, but you've got a bit of money now as well.
Yeah.
You can afford a new, I know they're expensive, but very expensive, but more expensive than they're worth, but you can afford one now.
A third-party one even though.
Yeah.
I think you can
it cannot be any worse than that. I know you're worried about it, like a virus going in through the power pole and it blowing up your Mac.
Thing.
But just seriously, because
that charge is like £80. That's what puts me off.
Yeah.
But I think you can get a third. Right. Last week we, if you fans of the show all remember, I pulled out this writing prompt book.
642 things to write about.
That I bought from a charity shop.
From a charity shop, Oxfam Bookstore.
We mocked a little bit someone who had already written in the writing prompt book.
Shout out to Beth.
Was she called Beth?
She was called Beth, yeah.
So we've gone away and we've written We've worked on some prompts.
Yeah.
We gave ourselves 10 minutes to write.
Yeah. Because we assumed that's how long she took on hers.
It was difficult, though, because I was trying to write purposely bad. Do you know what I mean? It was a weird... Because we were saying we were trying to write like her.
Yeah.
We really want listeners to send in some writing prompts for us, and then we'll read some that we've written every week.
But due to how we record and release the shows,
and then next week we won't even have that excuse because it'll just be due to
so next week, you've just got to send them in.
You are the lawyer in the divorce case. The only point of contention is custody of the dog. Argue that your client should get the pup. I looked at Mr. Barry. and his sweaty fat face shone back at me. Tears were in his eyes. By the way, we're not in court in this bit. We're at his house.
I feel like we wrote very similarly. Because I've got lines like that.
Or should I say car? Because he lives in the car now. His wife kicked him out and he lives in the car because he doesn't earn sufficient money to live in a house or a bigger vehicle. She never loved me, he said to me, holding his Calippo. It's because I'm called Barry. She hated that both my first name and surname are Barry. My name is Barry. Barry
set it up earlier with the Mr. Barry line.
I said that's understandable. He cried some more. I'm not a therapist. I'm a lawyer, I thought to myself. But I felt like a therapist because of the crying. You're the only one I trust, Eric, he said to me. First person type shit from me. You're the only one I trust, Eric, he said to me. You gotta represent me in the divorce case. Please say you'll get Mr. Truffles for me. She's taken away everything. She can't have Mr. Truffles too. Who's Mr. Truffles? I asked. My son, he said. Oh. And then he said, or at least make sure I get Ben. Who's Ben? I asked. My dog, he said. That checks out. I'll see what I can do, I said as I stepped out of his car / home. And then all of a sudden, right before I move, it... And then
you've ended it, yeah. Sure.
That's how Beth would end it.
Beth would end it.
It'd always be halfway through a sentence. Something's going to happen. So that's my attempt to write like Beth.
That's very good.
Sending a
prompt
for next week, and I'll
this feature is called Write Like Beth.
Write Like Beth. Oh, can we have a jingle?
We'll Write Like Beth jingle now. We'll have that. Someone make a jingle because I can't be asked.
No, you're the jingle king.
I'll make a jingle for that stuff. Write Like Beth. Okay, you want mine?
Yeah.
Okay, so mine was a translator doesn't want to translate what she's just been told. I was sat at a table. My leg was bobbing up and down like when a yo-yo is being played with. Up and down, over and over. My stomach was doing backflips like they're doing Cirque du Soleil. I was dripping with sweat, and not just because it was hot outside. Although it was very hot outside. I don't know if I mentioned that. Also, the aircon was broke. I took a swig of my water from a plastic cup. I wondered if it was recyclable. I checked the bottom. It wasn't. I swallowed the water and the detective looked at me. So what did he say? Oh shit. I figured if I ignored him long enough, he might forget. Can you repeat that, please, Dimitri? Dimitri was the client. He was Russian. Если вы переведете это в he said in Russian. Do you understand? He followed in a Russian accent. Da, I replied, flexing to the fit detective who I fancied. I glanced at Dimitri, then to the detective, then to the clock. 9:05. This was going to be a long day. And if there's
any suggestions
any
for
Russian
us to try
listeners,
Write Like Beth,
any Russian listeners who understood that, comment down below what that meant.
What did it mean?
And if you translate this, you're a gay lord.
Beth is not politically correct.
She's not.
Russians aren't very homophobic.
Either, yeah. The Russians
that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Checks out. So, fair play to the Russians. Fair play to Beth. Fair play to our new feature, Write Like Beth.
Yeah, so if you want to see us write like Beth, send in some writing prompts. We will only ever take a maximum of 10 minutes on them.
Yeah. 10 minutes, that's a good system because you can't try.
Yeah.
You can't.
We can't overthink them.
Yeah.
What other features have we got?
We need more features. If the show was just wall-to-wall features, that'd just be easy to get through.
Yeah, should we get some features? Comment down below any features.
We haven't even got good facial features.
Motherfucker, work on your nose before you work on your show. Could have a freestyle rap feature.
We could have a rap battle feature. We just spit some bars against each other.
What if, at the start of the show, we wrote like a little 30-second rap to summarise the last step?
What, like a previously on This Is Content?
Yeah, like previously on This Is Content. Yeah, we're talking about the fatties. Yeah.
Yeah, just be the same every time. Can we just cut it so I say...
No, none of that staying in.
Oh, it's not staying in anyway?
No, it was awful. Awful content.
Comment below.
Just send Subscribe. Just fucking talk to us like normal people. Well, your mates.
I get feedback. I got feedback.
Yeah,
when we
but
took
that's
that week
because it's
off.
only your mates who listen to the show. When we talk about week off, don't be giving me that shit.
I got a few messages. Alex Westbrook.
Got a few messages.
Alex Westbrook.
Don't be making more than one.
Fucking...
2, then. A few definitely implies more than 3 or more.
I think Big G, I think he might have said something.
He might have done. Yeah, but it was
he
probably
about how he likes it, though.
Big Den.
But he says we weren't going hard enough on the fatties. So
yeah,
well, do we trust his opinion? Because I think we're right on the edge of being...
Well, that's because, to be fair, I would happily go harder on the fatties, but you're the one who brings it up, but then you're the one who's worried about getting cancelled because of it. So I have to be cautious around you slagging off the fatties and the mentally disabled.
Well, yeah, I think you should be cautious about that.
Yeah, but you shouldn't slag them off in the first place, so then I would have to tiptoe around the edit.
Now I'm imagining a fat person on their tiptoes and it still being loud.
They're struggling, aren't they? Trying to get the cake up a top shelf.
Do you reckon they have like Paralympic sumo wrestlers?
No.
Like huge wheelchair fellas.
How could you even do that? Just ram your wheelchair into each other until one of you gets out of a circle. That's bumper carts.
They could have blind sumo wrestling.
They could do.
Sumo wrestling.
Yeah, attach bells at the end of their nips.
Do you not feel like someone should step it?
What, on the sumos?
Like, again, it's fat shaming, but like...
No, but
they're training to be fat, but it is... you are more likely to die of a heart attack.
Yeah, but you can't be a sumo if you're a little skinny lad.
I know, but just don't do it.
Well, maybe you can. Maybe you just like...
Because you know what? You know what an alternative to sumo wrestling is?
What? Wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get rid of the sumo part.
Sumo's easier if you're skinny. Just bring in a hot dog and throw it at Yeah. Why do the Japanese like to wrestle as big fat lads?
Is there any sumo video games? Like there's like wrestling video games and
yeah, but surely it's only just one button.
Yeah, just
you press like A to shove
but there might be like
X to eat.
A career mode where you have to eat in the week.
You start off as like a little scrawny 10 stone lad and you just have to keep constantly getting sushi down
the faster you press B or something, the more you get in your mouth. And maybe after, that'd be a good game. Remember Rikishi?
No, is he a wrestler?
He did the Rikishi bomb.
No, I think we've talked about this before though, in private.
He slapped his ass and then like land on the...
Was he? Right. I feel like we've talked about this.
When I used to wrestle, like me and my brothers used to just wrestle all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
and then like people like Rikishi bomb and you slap your ass and you just sit on it.
No.
Oh, man! Look at the strength of a big man! No, he's a billionaire! He owns his company!
Who's somebody playing here right now, by the way?
Yeah.
Rikishi. Oh, just
You wouldn't get away with that these days.
You wouldn't.
Rikishi go! Look at him go!
Should we just be a reaction channel from now on?
What an Irish
Look at
elbow.
them.
Oh, look out. Oh, that's more ass than
That one where he's like eating his ass. Oh no, is he going on to his ass?
He's got
Oh,
got skid marks. Who's this guy?
Skid marks and he's fucking it ass in his face.
He's proper like eating his ass up. I mean, you could.
Oh.
Ah.
That really, I don't think you get away with that now.
You wouldn't.
Just
Why
proper
would-
ass in the face.
Why'd you get away? Why were people like Stone Cold Steve Austin being like, "Yeah,
I know, yeah, getting
I'll
away
wrestle
with
this
the other
guy."
wrestlers. Like, maybe that's why they got fired. Maybe the other wrestlers got together and were like, we can't have any more Rikishi. This is ridiculous. It's not.
We spoke to HR.
Who's writing these scripts every time? It's
Vince,
Rikishi
man,
Puss.
I'm not wrestling Rikishi anymore. I'll happily be Tombstone Pile Drive, but if I have to have another ass in my face,
I wonder what Rikishi does now. We can't watch all of this, man.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I need to fart. Let's get off air so I can fart.
I mean, yeah, okay. I mean,
Right,
I can just cut it out.
See you next week. I'm gonna fart.
You want a fit guy, you want a smart guy, you want a dumb guy, you want a tall guy, you want a short guy, you want a knock guy, you want a normal guy, you want a handsome guy, you want an ugly guy, you want a weak guy, you want a strong guy, whatever guy you want.